Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Pooja, and this is Diana Joshi. Together, we will be your assistants throughout the conference. It's my pleasure to welcome each one of you to the third International Conference on FOSS Approaches Towards Computational Intelligence and Language Technology. I welcome you all on behalf of the ICFOSS family. Before we begin, let me say a few words about ICFOSS. International Center for Free and Open Source Solutions is an autonomous organization set up by the government of Kerala, India, and having the combined mandate of popularizing free and open source software for universal use. Our key areas of research include research and development, IoT, assistive technology, language technology, gender and technology, training, incubation, etc. Our vision is to continually enhance and expand these initiatives to empower individuals and to elevate Kerala's status in the field of science and technology.
The third international conference on FOSS approaches towards computational linguistics and language technology, and to bring together students, researchers, engineers, and practitioners interested in different aspects of language technologies. The conference looks for significant contributions to all the major fields of natural language processing and computational linguistics in theoretical and practical aspects. With much pleasure, I would like to invite Dr. Rajiv R.R., the Program Head and Associate Professor at ICFOSS. He's a member of the Academic Council at Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi, and Board of Studies member of different higher education institutions. He has a demonstrated history of working in the information technology and services industry. He's a strong consulting professional with a Doctor of Philosophy or PhD focused on computational linguistics in the University of Kerala. I welcome you, sir, for the speech.
Thank you, Pooja and Diana. Very good morning, all of you. Respected dignitaries, distinguished guests, and dear colleagues and participants. A very good morning to all of you. Then it's my privilege as a Head of E-Governance and Development and General Chair of Fosscilt 2025 to extend you all a very warm welcome address on behalf of ICFOSS on this special day. Let me welcome the honorable dignitaries in the dais, Mr. Sandeep Kumar IAS, Director, Kerala State IT Mission, Government of Kerala. Welcome you, sir. Dr. Sunil Titi, Director, ICFOSS. Welcome you, sir. And Dr. Soran Lata, Advisor, NLTM, MIT, Government of India. Dr. Neeladri Shegardash, Dean, Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata. Dr. Shobha Lilita Devi, Program Director, AUKBC. Mr. Muthu Manikyavel Swaminathan, Lead Data Scientist, Cognizant, UK. And Mr. Bijumon Joseph, Secretary and Registrar, ICFOSS. Welcome you, sir. The third International Conference on FOSS Approaches Towards Computational Intelligence and Language Technology, hosted by ICFOSS, co-sponsored by Kerala State Startup Mission, in collaboration with Bhashni, Government of India. Our conference theme, the FOSS Approaches Towards Computational Intelligence and Language Technology, reflects our collective endeavor to explain the intersection of FOSS principles with the cutting-edge development in the field of AI. Over the next 2 days, we have curated a rich and diverse program, featured the keynote presentations, technical sessions, paper and poster presentations, and post-conference workshop, all aimed at the fostering dialogue, exchanging ideas, and pushing the boundaries of what is possible in the field of computational intelligence and language technology. As we continue this journey, I encourage you all to actively engage, share your insights, and explore the numerous opportunities that lie ahead in these fields. Once again, thank you for being here and look forward to the discussions, presentations, and collaborations that will unfold our course of the conference. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Now we have come to the most important part of the function, that is the inauguration. We are graced with the presence of a truly remarkable individual as chief guest of our inaugural ceremony, Mr. Sandeep Kumar, Director, Kerala State IT Mission. Mr. Sandeep Kumar is an Indian Administrative Service Officer who currently serves as the Director of the Kerala State IT Mission, is a seasoned administrator with a strong background in the information technology and e-governance. Mr. Sandeep has over 10 years of experience in the Indian Administrative Service, during which he has held various positions, including a sub-collector, district collector, and now as a director. He is a recipient of several awards for his contributions to e-governance and digital transformation, including the National E-Governance Award. With much pleasure, I welcome you, sir, for the inaugural address.
Thank you very much for the introduction. I'll just do a little bit correction. I have 4-year experience and I yet to become district collector. I have been sub collector till now. So, very good feeling to be here with lots of participants. I have been planning to come to ICFOSS and I have met Sunilji. We are working in the same electronics and IT department. And I've heard of the things that is going on in ICFOSS, and I'm very happy to be here today present. Thank you, Dr. Rajiv Ji, for the welcome address. Dr. Sunil Titi, Director ICFOSS. Dr. Suran Lata, Madam Advisor MIT. Dr. Sobha Lalita Devi, Dr. Niladri Sekhar Das, Mr. Muthumani Kavel Swaminathan, Mr. Bijuman Joseph, Asya, dignitaries on and off the bias, and all the participants. We have been working with the ICFOSS on some of the developments. Just a few days ago, we were working on this development of OCR technology, which we are hoping that ICFOSS will give us, because this Malayalam being a very particular language and very specific users, we are still yet to find some OCR technology which will help us in reading the text, which are like a scanned document and all. I'm very happy that we are working together on that. Today, on this inaugural address of this conference on FOSS approaches toward computational intelligence and language technology, I'm happy to know that 2 international conferences has already happened, and this is the 3rd version, and it is progressing very well. For me, like being a student of political science, I find this FOSS versus proprietary debate very similar to capitalism versus communism or socialism debate. Because proprietary-based software, we all know, has taken lots of space, and still we are very much used to the proprietary software. But still, as a government, we are forcing that FOSS approach should be taken up and it should be spread. Reason being that there are lots of concerns which are coming up, especially with the very fast growing AI domain that you are all very well aware. And there are some serious, sometimes outstretched remarks also, like that there might be some AI dictatorship might be coming. There might be some agent which will become more powerful than others, and the technology. There is need to make this technology accessible to all, and for that, FOSS approach is one of the most reliable one, which has been tried and tested and still under development. But the question again comes of incentives. Where does the incentive lies to develop these technologies? Because all these investments in which AI and ML technology, it's a very finance heavy technology. Lots of GPUs and all these billions of dollars are being invested into that. So, but we all know that once the technology comes to a certain level of development and it is restricted, the access is restricted to few people, it may, as we have learned well from history, that it may not well for the overall society. So in this case, in Kerala, FOSS approach has been taken up as an institution. ICFOSS has been set up, and also we are continuously investing into this technology so that more and more open and free software-based develops. In the domain of AI, I'm happy to share that we are going to develop AI ML cloud in our data center so that this computational technology becomes accessible to the institutions within Kerala, which with the help of which we can develop technology which will be helpful for the whole of the society without the problem of access. Second problem with all the development is happening is regarding ethical and biases which are coming up in the technologies. That can also be addressed only when these softwares or the trainings on the data which is happening remains unbiased, or if it is not completely unbiased, we can say that if at least some scrutiny mechanism is there, it can improve upon itself. And that will happen only when all these technologies are open and free, and feedbacks can be given into such systems. So in this area also, the relevant of FOS technology is going to grow, and we are very confident that ICFOSS will take the lead in Kerala and internationally put Kerala as a leader in this domain. And I officially inaugurate this program and wish all the participants a very eventful and deep discussion, and also help us better understand the development and the direction in which we can move in the direction. Thank you very much for the inviting. I officially inaugurate the conference. Thank you very much. Nandi Namaskar.
Thank you for your words, sir. Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Sunil T.T., Director of ICFOSS. He was the former principal at the College of Engineering, Artingal. He is also the member of the Senate, CUSAT, and Kerala State Curriculum Committee. His impressive background includes a PhD from the Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, on sensor selection and gas detection for e-nose applications. He has immense contributions in the field of free and open source software. With much pleasure, I would like to welcome you, sir, for the presidential address, please.
Respected guests on the dais, so also our invited participants, students, and staff members. It's a privilege to be here in as the president of this August meeting for this conference. So we at ICFOSS, we do a lot of applied research activities. One of the major area is language computing, for which all of you might be aware. We deal with computerizing Malayalam language and various intricacies associated with it. That's why some of you are coming here for attending this conference. So we have other activities also here. Like if you when you go out of this room, you can look at the other side. We have an open hardware lab where we have a lot of development activities going on, basically on e-governance, IoT, drones, etc. Also on the other side, we have certain labs for assistive technologies, which helps people with, say, differently able people to be on par with others. So especially we are dealing with the teaching and learning aids for blind people. Also, we have some incubator here. Some 11 companies are incubated here. So it's once again, I would like to all of you to ICFOSS and to be a part of this conference. And this conference is an important event here in ICFOSS. So since, as I already mentioned, we are into developing Malayalam computing solutions, and Rajiv is leading that. And this group, which conducts this conference, is actually spearheading a lot of products, a lot of open source products in the field of Malayalam computing. So we have association with Bashni, which is leading this language computing revolution across India. Also, Government of India, also Startup Mission. A lot of people have helped us in this endeavor to organize the conference. So I shall be brief because we are running out of time also. So, probably you might be waiting to listen to the keynote speakers who are actually experts in the area. So I would like to thank everyone for coming over here, and I would like to conclude my this short presidential lecture address. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So now our wait has come to a cease. We are about to unveil the Fosscilt 25 proceedings. For this, I would like to welcome Mr. Sandeep Kumar IAS, our chief guest, to hand over the proceedings to Dr. Swaran Lata ma'am to unveil the same.
Thank you all. Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Swaran Lata. She currently serves as an advisor for NLTM MIT, Government of India, providing exceptional thought, leadership, and consultancy in the field of language technology. Her extensive research expertise in phonetics, phonology, speech technologies, and NLP allows her to lead a research project in these areas and collaborate with academic institutions. With this, I would like to welcome Dr. Swaran Lata for the keynote address.
Adjust this to my height. Yeah. Good morning to all the dignitaries present on the dais and the experienced and the budding researchers present here who are going to participate and bring new thoughts into the research area, which is the focus of the conference, the computational intelligence. So I'm very happy to share with you that India is a global AI powerhouse, because we have been ranked 4th in the Stanford Global Vibrancy. Rank is 4th. We are measured on the 42 parameters and 8 pillars. I think we owe it to the number of GitHub projects. It's primarily the open source projects in the AI domain and the research competence. So many citations of research happening globally from India has been contributed to get this award for India. So the government of India has also been laying a lot of emphasis in this area. The natural language translation mission, which we now call as Bhashini, was launched by government a few years back. And this has led to a lot of developments in the space of AI and language technology. The foundational speech models, actually the automatic speech recognition was a great challenge. And we were doing only the narrow domain specific work in this area. But after AI has come, we have succeeded in putting foundation models, speech models in 23 Indian languages. And we have also released 3,000 hours of speech data through this process. The machine translation has been always an ongoing activity for our program, the Technology Development for Indian Languages program, in which we invested heavily for so many years, and a lot of success has been seen. But with AI coming in, we have been able to put all English to Indian languages models, and among Indian languages models, which are performing very well and are in competition with other contemporary models of Google and other players. So we have a huge corpus of billions of tokens of Indian languages data, which is being used for training these engines. And we also have our app Bhashini. If you have not known about it, please download it from the Google Play Store. This Bhashini app also offers translation from English to all Indian languages, 22 Indian languages. So let's talk of India as emerging as a global player. We also have homegrown LLMs. The efforts have started towards building the homegrown LLMs, which are trained specifically on the Indian language data. Indic BERT, Indic BART, Iravata, Navarasa, Krutrim, and Bharat GPT. Bharat GPT is funded by the Department of Science and Technology. So all these are text-based prompt LLMs, but we need to extend their capabilities by putting wave to prompt interfaces. And these are still trained on a very limited data. So we need to grow these to a scale where it becomes useful to each and every citizen of India. As far as the FOSS is concerned, I think AI domain is predominantly enabled by FOSS, because the frameworks like TensorFlow, PyTorch, Scikit, RNN, most of the AI researchers are using, especially the small scale developers and the startups. So the democratization, which is as mentioned by the director IT, is happening in this space. And we have trained inference engines like Cafe2, and the LLMs, OpenNMT, BERT, OpenCV, and YOLO are all being used for putting applications. And NMT is very largely being used by our machine translation developers. So the models which are being produced through the Bhashini and also by players like AI for Bharat are being put in the MIT under MIT license. So the FOSS is the essence of AI, I should say that, and that's going to percolate the innovation in this domain. And data also we are releasing under CC by 4. So this particular conference is going to take us to a higher level of AI, which is called computational intelligence. Although it is the same as AI, typical AI, which we understand that it emulates human intelligence, but the computational intelligence systems have the capacity to adapt to the real life situations. So they are going to extend beyond the normal LLMs and prompt-based things to solve the real world challenges in a very optimized manner. They will learn from their environment. So we are going to build contextually aware applications under this, which can handle uncertainty and ambiguity. So unlike the specific task-like models which we have in place today, so this conference is going to contribute in that direction. And the CI models are biologically inspired and are supported by evolutionary algorithms. They are context-aware and computationally efficient. But these require diverse and balanced training data, which has been our limitation, but gradually we are going to overcome it through more and more work happening in this area. So we are moving from the AI to the agentic AI, which has the ability to perform complex tasks, make decisions in real time with minimum or no human input. So proactive AI is going to convert into the reactive AI is going to be converted into proactive AI with the help of computational intelligence. The chatbot market has already matured. There are about 6,000 million US dollar global market of chatbots with 23% growth rate each year. So we are now going to, earlier we had only text-based chatbots, and now we are having speech-based chatbots also. But now we are going to move towards multimodal chatbots and robotic chatbots, which can give us more lifelike interactions. So this is an area where a lot of research still has to happen. And other important areas which I feel is medical imaging for diagnostic purpose, automatic traffic control, enhanced virtual assistants, and much more. So the multimodal AI agents are going to be the reality tomorrow. And we have to work on the fusion layer. So in the research paradigms, you should look at how do we fuse the multi-dimensional data which you are going to get, the multiple types of data, whether you mix it at the raw stage, whether you mix it at the output stage. If you mix it at the output stage, you are going to miss some cross-modal information. But if you mix it at the raw stage, then there are challenges of being compute intensive, and this is going to be a heavily compute intensive exercise. So we need to come out with hybrid fusion as an area of research, how to optimize the cross-modal information. We have serious concerns about ethics. The AI ethics is the subject which all of you must have heard about, and it's being discussed in the press also. The 84% of the AI professionals feel that AI systems as such are having ethical concerns, but when it comes to multimodal, they are more susceptible to the biases. So hallucinations and biases needs to be checked. So I will share a new experience with you of ChatGPT. ChatGPT 5 was to be released last year, but it got stopped because ChatGPT 4 is throwing legal reasoning and nonsensical output, and problems are there in the response, which is not acceptable. So they have gone and built a model called Critic GPT, which is going to correct the errors of Chat GPT 4, and they have delayed the release of Chat GPT 5. So all of us are going to face these challenges while we are working in this area. So the governments are seriously working on putting a policy in place to deal with the AI ethics. So UK and USA have already put, USA has put an executive order, UK has taken a more pro-innovation approach, framework has been put up, but governments are also quite at a loss to say what is right, what is wrong, because if they put too many restrictions, the growth of this area will get hampered. But if they don't do it, then there may be problems in the use of the technology in the real life applications. So these things are evolving over a period of time. And the national program on AI, which has been now called India AI Mission by the Ministry of Electronics and IT at the center, they are going to govern this AI ethics policy in India. Some work has already been done, a report has been published, but the policy has yet to be announced. They're also looking at the various international policies to come out with the policy of India, because the AI stakes in India are very high. So we need more focus on data for consumer-facing use cases. We have been getting, we have been doing data web mining. We have been recording some of the data. We have been generating some of the data. Some are synthetic data. But we need to work on the data which is handling the consumer-facing issues, so that we can have more biased AI systems. There are cultural concerns. See, when you are using giving the prompts and using LLMs, there are outputs which you will see will have profanity issues, and also something which, as a individual, you belong to a community, you belong to a religion, something may be thrown back to you which you don't like, which is not acceptable. So those issues are to be handled. So this recent work has started in this area, and I'm also associated with this research work. We are creating test sets for profanity and also for the cultural specific probing of the LLMs. So on those test sets, we are going to test the current LLMs and come with a contrast with the baseline and fine tune those models to make them more socially acceptable. We also need to work on socio-demographic probing, because only cultural probing is not enough. And you can't have one set of test data for the entire, like if you go state-wise, you can't have one data set for Punjab alone. So you have to look at the socio-demographic changes across the Punjab region or any other state to get to the correct test sets and address the cultural concerns of the AI biases. I'm also told that some of the e-governance papers, e-governance and NLP papers are also going to be presented during this conference. So I want to talk about a little bit about e-governance initiatives of the government. In 2006, our ministry started with the e-governance to turn traditionally dysfunctional government services to online services. It was primarily an automation thing. The procedures which were designed for human-to-human delivery of services were automated. Later on, the experience told us that we have to talk about change management. When we are automating a service, the mode of delivery has changed, and we have to shift the the practices of providing the delivery of service in a different manner. So the NLP techniques are widely required in doing those things. Like we are having now a national health mission. So how do we access electronic health records and cull out information for the doctors, for the citizens, for the patients, and the hospital administration using NLP techniques? And we're also working on the digital libraries. Digital libraries have been typically scanned PDF documents. How do we get them searchable? Like in the Sansad, when they are discussing a question hour session or they are discussing a topic, we need to know what was discussed in the past. So those libraries contain information but are not so accessible. So through the use of the NLP technologies, we'll be able to do that search, and also the fake news identification. So the topic modeling, text classification, retrieval of information from government circulars are some of the areas which probably one can work on. Then there is a new area which is emerging, is psychonomic interaction and design. So far, we have been working on the user experience design UIX issues, but we need to work on behavioral design issues also. I'll give you one example. This is a totally upcoming area. WhatsApp started its e-pay surveys, but they could not compete because WhatsApp is a typically seen as a chat application. So we need to have different interfaces when it comes to secure payments. So that didn't pick up as compared to the other payment methods, digital payment methods. So this is another area, economic interaction and design, which the budding researchers here can pick up and work on. So I think I've taken enough time. So I wish all the best for the conference and also all the best to the participants so that they learn and maximize their output after attending this exercise and contribute to the computational intelligence area. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your insights. Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Shobha Lalita Devi, who is currently the Program Director of AUKBC Research Center, MIT campus at Anna University. Also, she was the former visiting scientist and faculty of many foreign universities. She has rich experience in the field of language technology with a specific emphasis on the Indian languages. Let's welcome Dr. Shobha Lalita Devi for the addressal.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and my friends who are here to participate in this conference. This is the third conference on FOSS approaches towards computational linguistics, computational intelligence and language technology, which I have been following for the last two editions, as well as this one as well, by contributing papers to the conference. I'm very happy to see that it has come to the third edition. In the era of large language models, and that is called LLMs, we are questioning what is the role of language technology when such a big technical innovation has happened. And people are saying that the language technology has come to an end with the LLMs being spread like ChatGPT and OpenAI. This question is being asked by the people who are coming up with research to all the researchers like us who are there in the field for the last many decades. But language technology still goes on. This kind of breakthroughs have come all through from, I started my research in a rule-based system, and I've come to this transformer-based LLMs. And every time when there was a breakthrough like statistical machine translation came in and EBM, that is example-based machine translation came in, the same question was asked by the community as well as the other research community, but language technology survived. And every time they needed more inputs from the natural language processing and language technology researchers to make this come to a next stage. So from there, what has become very easy in with LLM is that it has the ability to summarize and generate naturally looking sentences. But it is still there that natural language understanding has not taken up by LLM. It cannot reason out much like the humans. So human-centered language technology, that is, in a way, it is computational intelligence, is the next generation where language technology has to play a lot. Not by just taking in language as such, as you see in a grammatical sentence, but it has to taken in the cultural pragmatic level. That is, what is your reasoning, how you are understanding the sentence, okay, collection of sentences. So culture and other areas of research, social sciences, come into natural language processing now. It is widening up, and in that context, a conference of this sort is very much needed. And I wish that this conference continue into the next level. And thank you, and have a very good time intellectually in this conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable words. Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Neeladri Shekhar sir, He is the Dean at the Indian Statistical Institute in Kolkata. He has been actively involved in the field of linguistics for over many years on the areas such as corpus linguistics, language technology, and related areas. Without further ado, I would like to welcome Professor Dr. Neeladri Shekhar sir to deliver the felicitation.
So good morning and my deep regards to the dignitaries present in the dais and my young friends. So we can all understand that we are now in the crossroads. Every day in the morning we get up and we find the new AI technology, new AI tool has come and making our life more simplified. Do you really believe that our life is simplified? Or still we have miles to go? We still find that even if we have got so much of new technologies at our hand, at our easy disposal, starting from Facebook or many other kinds of social platforms, we still find that there are miles to go where, as a researcher, as an individual, you can make a tremendous impact. Whenever we talk about ChatGPT, OpenAI, or all kinds of new technologies that are coming into our lives in various capacities and dimensions, one thing is still missing: how it can be localized. Localized means how it can come to that stage where every individual in his or her life executing each and every activities can be at par with those societies where people claim them to be far more advanced. So as Indians or young generations of India, having multiple languages, multiple cultures, multiple religion, multiple belief systems, we have many things to do, many things still untouched, unexplored. And with the new knowledge of AI or machine learning or large language model, whatever you call it, you can empower ourselves for the benefit of the country, for the service of the country. Even when you are very open and very pragmatic, you can still find out that there are many things in our life which is still untouched through this modern technology. Our traditional knowledge still serves us to address those questions. Now, we need younger generation people like you who will come up with new ideas, new tools, new technologies, so that each and every Indian gets its benefit, not only immediate, long, sustainable benefits. This conference is not to share what has been done in the outside world, but to train young people like you so that you can understand that you have a very specific role and you are competent enough to execute that role for the benefit of your society, for the benefit of your family, for the benefit of your country, and for the benefit of the humanity at large. So in this open forum, I personally invite you all scholars, young friends, come and join us. Because we have to go many miles, we have to contribute in various capacities so that India, what we are aspiring for, become the best IT country in the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your words, sir. Next, I would like to welcome Mr. Muthumanikvel Swaminathan, lead data scientist at Cognizant, United Kingdom. He's a true luminary in the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning. With over 2 decades of unparalleled experience in IT industrial sectors and a decade-long dedication to data analytics and science, Mr. Muthumanikvel stands as a beacon of expertise and leadership. With this, I would like to welcome you, sir, for the felicitation.
Morning, everyone, and good morning, dear guests. I would like to thank Mr. Rajiv sir and Sunil sir because this is the third year I am coming here to share my knowledge, what I have learned so far, and how it will be helpful for you. So I have made some points to talk in this session, but Dr. Sarnalada madam, she covered everything. I don't have any points. Even if you if you like a transcript, and I would say you can create around 2000 pages of book. She covered almost every points, and it's contemporary and it is very useful. I would request you to go through it again. It will be very useful. And what we are going to do, the expectation is like we are going to share some knowledge that we have gained that intuitively help you to modernize the new platforms. So as Dr. Niladri Shekhar sir said, there are already models, been platforms, LLMs been there, but it is specifically done for a different purpose. But for our needs, especially like a culturally rich, like in India, so we would be like specifically we want some of the products that could help solve some of our own set of problems. So we have to move it on all in your hands. Whatever knowledge we learned, we will share. Please take it from there and move it forward. Apart from that, I'm not having much information. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you, sir, for your words. Next, I would like to welcome Mr. Bijimon Joseph, Secretary and Registrar, ICFOSS, to deliver the felicitation.
Respected dignitaries, esteemed guests, dear colleagues and participants, a very good morning to all of you. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today to offer my felicitations at the third International Conference on Fourth Approaches Towards Computational Intelligence and Language Technology, FOSS, till T25. I would like to take this moment to thank our distinguished guest, Mr. Sandeep Kumar IAS, Director, State IT Mission, Dr. Sunit Titi, Director, ICFOSS, Dr. Swarendra, Advisor, NRTM 80, Government of India, Dr. Shobha Lilada Levi, Program Director, AU KBC Research Center, Professor Niladri Shekhar Das, Dean, Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata, Mr. Mudhamani Kedaval Saminathan, Lead Data Scientist, Cognizant, United Kingdom, for unwavering support and contribution to the success of this event. I would like to express my heartfelt appreciation to the organizers, the team at ICFOSS, and our partners for putting together such an enriching and inspiring platform that brings together brilliant minds from fields of computational intelligence and language technology. I truly believe that this conference will spark new ideas, drive impactful collaborations, and set the stage for transformative progress in these areas. It is also inspiring to see the vibrant participation from students, researchers, and professionals who have come together to exchange ideas, collaborate, and explore the latest advancements in these critical fields. As we continue with the program today, I encourage all of you to seize this opportunity to engage, interact, and to share your experience with one another. Once again, my congratulations to all those involved in making this conference a reality. I wish you all an inspiring and successful conference experience. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, I invite Dr. Sunil Titi to please hand over a small token of love from our side to Mr. Sandeep Kumar IAS and Dr. Swaranlata ma'am. Thank you, Sandeep sir. I invite Dr. Swaranlata ma'am to receive the gift.
Thank you. Up next, I would like to invite Ms. Hasia Nohu for the token of gratitude, please.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable guests, respected director, and all others present here. It is such an honor for me to get the opportunity to thank you all dignitaries on behalf of ICFOSS. I extend a warm welcome to the people gathered here. I would like to express my gratitude to all esteemed delegates of this event for their presence and contributions to encourage our participants. I extend my gratitude to our honorable guest, Mr. Sandeep Kumar IAS, Director of Kerala State IT Mission, to take out time from his busy schedule to grace the event. Thank you, sir. Thank you for providing your precious time for our inaugural function. I extend my gratitude to Dr. Sunil TT, Director ICFOSS, for his immense support to conduct the event and delivering the presidential address. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your support. A special thanks to Dr. Swaran Lada, advisor at NLTM MIT, for delivering a thought-provoking keynote address. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing your valuable perspectives to guide our conference discussions. I also extend our gratitude to the distinguished dignitaries who delivered the felicitations. Dr. Shobha Lalita Devi, Dr. Niladri Shekhar, Mr. Muthu Manikavel Swaminathan, and Mr. Bijimon Joseph. Your encouragement and expertise inspire us to push the boundaries and achieve greater heights. I must thank the organizing team and other members of ICFOSS for their hard work for past few days to make this session a successful one. Thank you, Team ICFOSS. I also extend my gratitude to all the participants who came here to make advantage of this session. Once again, thank you everyone and have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am. So our inaugural ceremony has come to an end. Thank you all for your time and patience. Thank you.